Here at Chronicle, we love to write about our community, often about the places, the people, and the stories we've just discovered. But some say the fastest way to literary success is to write about what you already know.
I hurry under the door on a windy spring morning.
I am hard, I am soft, I am sharp, I am smooth. I am a bubbly. My class is so very small. I don't mind at all.
Before we introduce you to these published poets, let's rewind. Back to how we ended up here on Long Island in Maine's Casco Bay.
It all started here in our office with an email. That's right, as so many of our stories do, from viewers like you. In this case, her name, Karen Boss.
She's a children's book editor who moved to Long Island full-time 2 years ago.
So I grew up watching Chronicle, and after we created the book this year, one of my aunts said, "This is the kind of story that they love, you should write to them." So I wrote an email not knowing what would happen.
What happened? A road trip. We hopped in the car and headed north to Portland. Then a ferry ride across the bay. Because truth be told, we can't resist a good New England story. And this one came with a few new characters we just couldn't wait to meet.
Hi, my name is Mabel.
Travis, Emily,
Cora.
Wolfgang Ludke.
And the name of the book is?
Season by Season.
Created, words and pictures by the talented students of the tiny Long Island school in this tiny town of less than 200 people.
Looking back, I kind of liked all the time that we put into it.
We have done like a few other books, but it wasn't like as fancy.
Which brings us right back to that classic advice, write what you know. Turns out it worked pretty well here.
It really reflected the kids and who they were and how they think about their life on the island.
Island life through the seasons, from summer days to winter nights, all captured in poetry.
Fire trucks, dancers, and even golf carts.
From island views to island muse.
I live like right by the water view, the sun, like how it reflects on the water.
From summer leaps, aptly named Gasp,
Give us a week, we yell to the captain as we get ready to jump in the ocean.
to summer's end.
This is me on the dock saying goodbye to the sailors that's leaving that my friend's on.
From fall's fresh start,
Just a little haiku about like going back to school, like all the hallway and stuff, all the backpacks, and even homework.
among the shelves here, their own prose and verses, and maybe even a touch of fame.
I saw someone buying our book the other day at our little store on Great Diamond. Oh, I didn't sign it. Maybe I should have.
Though the attention is new, their feet remain firmly on the ground.
It's not that impressive because it's the store my parents own.
Until you point out that this reporter has been at it for 30 years. Not a single book to show for it on anyone's shelf.
So I think it's cool.
Okay.
Anything that you guys want to tell me that I just don't know and we didn't talk about?
It's $25 if you want to buy it. It's at Long Island. Oh, and my name is trademarked.